It was an all too familiar feeling. Having won the league championship in 2010, the sweaty palms gripped the mouse as it roamed over the bench, activate buttons of a stellar roster, questioning every half decision with another indecisive one, doubting one's ability and setting up the final lineup for the season. After making all the right calls all year long to get to this point, hoping this isn't the week the calls wrong are made and players get injured. Wondering whether Tom Brady or Jay Cutler would be the better matchup against Drew Brees. In past years, this wouldn't be a debate, but Brady was having a down year, minus Gronk, plus rookie receivers, and Cutler had a huge upside with Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey to throw to. Feeling overall confident with a slight edge of the competition, thanks to having 3 top 12 receivers and a top 5 running back, it was time to hit submit and let the football gods take over. Click. Back to another familiar feeling, sitting in one spot, the same spot and same position, all day as long as things are going smooth, letting the superstitions kick in and take over. Bite of pizza, 2 chips, 1 sip, while also punishing your bladder by holding the piss till a streak of good things in. Sweaty armpits from tensing up every time a QB almost throws a pick. A spincher so tight from contracting every time a wide receiver drops a pass or running back didn't reach the end zone that it could whistle the ESPN too. Ever so slowly feeling relieved as the score climbs higher and it's closest to a victory. You're never too sure and always worried of coming up short against the opponent's late players, like Kevin Dyson and the Rams defense in Super Bowl 34. So close. Then it happens. The most familiar feeling is the vicious cycle of emotion, fantasy torture takes over. Winning. What's up, bitches, ass, pushes? Da fucking da. That was 8 months ago. The long and dreadful off-season has ended, so it's time to stop pretending you give a shit about baseball, golf, soccer, or any other malarkey ESPN has been feeding you. It's football season once again. Time to draft. Sadly, not everyone in this league can associate the word familiar with previously described feelings. It is my responsibility as a seasoned veteran to herd the lost sheep to the promised land. Although I'm very busy with 5 leagues to prepare for, I will take time out of my schedule to offer insight to a champion's thought process when drafting a fantasy football team. Consider this my version of Matthew Berry's Draft Day Manifesto. I cannot do it for you. I can only provide you the hammer. You must drive the nail. So for those of you that lack discipline, skills, and intuition to create a championship caliber fantasy football team, listen up and listen good. Don't rush your draft. Don't be the first team done just because you can't handle the pressure or control your own nerves. Patience must be a virtue you possess. Also, cut back our tight ends. If the football field was 20 yards, you'd probably have the best team. But then again, Pierre Thomas could be the best running back in the league if he wanted to be. The question is, why doesn't he want to be? Don't be sporadic and random. Be prepared. Don't just have one plan, but a backup plan. And a backup plan. When morons go off and draft Matt Ryan for $35 in a year that he could go for 15 tops, you have to be flexible and adapt, but also structure enough to rely on a fallback. Don't have someone else draft for you. You might end up with Peyton Manning in the playoffs, but you won't win a trophy or money, only endless ridicule. Don't overpay for a second-year running back and pair them with a top 5 running back. No. Too many times rookie running backs break out in year 1, but seem to put it in reverse the second year. or get injured, i.e. Trent Ridgety and Doug Martin. Trash talking is fun, and even better when you back it up. Some trash talkers are far superior to others. These trash talkers think that because they live in the Big Apple, they are a big shot. Bottom line, regular season champ don't mean shit. Which brings me to my next point. Don't pretend to be humble pie if you open your mouth more than a porn star. Either speak softly or carry a big stick, or be loud and obnoxious with your trash talking to overcompensate for your small dick. After all, none of us are black. But no matter the behavior, own it. Detect habits and change patterns. All of us have players we love and like. People thought I was going to draft Roddy White for 3 years in a row, but on the third year I moved from him. People think I'm going to draft Brandon Marshall this year, but this is year 3. Will I move on? You have to learn when to move on from players, and likewise, try to keen on someone else's itching for their favorite player or players. Wes Welker, Ray Rice, Chris Johnson, Phillip Rivers, you know who you are. Drew Brees could use a new home too. Calvin Johnson or Andre Johnson, enough said. I had to. To draft Josh Gordon or not to draft Josh Gordon, while you're at it, open your mouth and just say, If you made it to the championship game twice with a top-tier quarterback like Drew Brees and lost, well then you're doing something right, but also something wrong. Figure it out. One last tip. We have a newcomer to the league this year. Let's welcome him with class and good sportsmanship. Yeah, right. You'll be treated no different, but you do have an advantage. No one has the slightest idea what players you like or what you will do. Draft accordingly. I hope this manifesto prepares you for draft day and helps you throughout your 2014 season. On second thought, no, I fucking don't. After all, why do I care if you listen to me and enhance your draft strategy on account of this cocky and dickish article? Or because the light bulb finally came off inside your brain? The answer is, I don't. I triumphed over the league last year, whether you make it easier or harder for me this year. I will prevail, once again. Last year after I won, I went on my relentless tirade of celebratory videos and storyboards brought to you by YouTube and Microsoft Paint. Some people got butter and bitter and thought the true champion would have won with class and celebrated humbly. I disagree for 2 reasons. No, there's never a third reason. This is fantasy football, and I am Richard Sherman. This league deserves a better class of winner, and I'm gonna give it to him. Gentlemen, Judgment Day is upon us. See you in the war room.